Hi, my name is Sarah Brady and I go to Lighthouse in Navan. And my story is that a few years ago we all started to notice as a family that my mother wasn't herself. She was not able to use the oven, like even to use the microwave or to use the telephone. It was very difficult for her, and she kept forgetting people's names and stuff, and we were quite concerned. And we contacted her GP and we said, you know, we're concerned. It took a while for things to happen, but the public health nurse stepped up. She was great. And my mother has been diagnosed now with dementia. Could be Alzheimer's. They don't really know, but the public health nurse recommended she goes to the Alzheimer's Society, which is a day centre outside Navan in Whistleland, and she's been over there for 3 days a week. And that has really been great for her. And it's not like we just kind of stick her in there for those days and she's minded, but she's actually really cared for. They're very loving, caring community there, and they would do things for cognitive ability. They do music and art and different things, so her brain is stimulated, which is great. And it also gives my dad a break. Now, it has been very hard. As a woman of faith, I found it very difficult to see my mother go from this capable human being to being a woman with a vacant look in her eyes, where she just doesn't know what day it is, doesn't know. Sometimes she doesn't recognize my dad. She has always recognized me, which is a blessing, because that would be very upsetting if she didn't know me. But I found it has been very, very difficult, but I'd say my faith has really kept me strong. And one verse that comes to my mind is John 16:33. I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. God didn't say we're just going to have a little Rosie in the garden kind of a life. You know, things happen, and that's just it. And we could go around, why, and get very embittered and angry at God. I mean, God can handle our anger, but you know, sometimes you just have to say these things happen, and we just have to have compassion on my mother and on my father. And God said, you know, you will have trouble, but He is always with us, and He really is, and I sense Him with us, and I see steps along the way where He has very clearly orchestrated events. Even though it's been hard, we can see His hand upon things. And as regards being a part of Lighthouse has been great. Like, people pray, they come around to me, and I work a couple of days a week in the office here, and sometimes I'd ring Jamie or I'd text him and say, listen, I have to just do something with my mother, and he's totally fine with that. I have found it to be a really good support. Well, I'm just really glad that Lighthouse has chosen the Alzheimer's Society as their designated charity this year. And I want you to know that your hard-earned euros are being put to good use to look after people like my mother. So thank you very much.